A masked live stream opens on a horrifying image. A young woman restrained, her arms pulled overhead by chains. The streamer's voice is loud, confident, boasting about zero rules, real-time audience control, raw authenticity. This is no show. This is participation. Cut to Minato, sitting on the floor in front of his PC, watching with shaking hands. His jaw tightens. Rage floods his voice. He swears he'll erase everyone responsible. A hard rewind. Keimei University Affiliated High School. Monthly assembly. The principal drones on about growth, pride, and the beauty of watching students mature. The words blur together. Students zone out. One mutters that the speech has crossed into torture territory. A student fiddles with a phone. The screen suddenly changes. Chaos erupts. The projector now shows something it absolutely shouldn't. An explicit adult video, unmistakably inappropriate for school. Gasps, screams, disbelief ripple through the hall. The principal freezes. Teachers rush in, shouting for order, trying to shut everything down. Too late. Students lose all restraint, firing off ruthless commentary. Someone yells a line that seals the principal's social death. Panic spreads. The system won't shut off. In the noise, a girl glances at Minato. He calmly puts a finger to his lips. Don't say a word. Her confusion deepens. A quiet realization clicks. Later, outside, the girl spirals, certain this scandal will end in expulsion. Minato, unfazed, explains calmly, technically, that everything was encrypted, routed, erased, no trace. She doesn't understand a single term. She doesn't care. Minato casually brags about his app. Shake the phone. Execute commands. Elegant. Efficient. She snaps. Who asked? Then she fires back with the real question. Who's worse? The authority figure abusing his position, or the hacker who exposes people just to prove he can? Minato tries to downplay it. She insists she's not mad. She is absolutely mad. She grabs his cheeks, forces him to listen. She knows his talent, better than anyone. And she believes, truly believes, he could be a real hero someday. That's what hurts the most. She tells him it's a waste to use his gift like that. Minato sighs, says he'll reflect, promises, asks her to let go already. She finally does. Truce accepted. Later, Minami plays with a small dog, praising her gently. She reminisces about Minato as a sweet kid back in kindergarten. Says her heart aches a little. Minato asks a random question about birthdays. She shoots him down without even looking up. Minato's mother thanks Minami for always walking the dog. Minami smiles, says it's her only comfort. Minato grumbles, calling the dog a traitor for clearly picking Team Minami. For a moment, everything feels normal. Minato's mom shrugs it off, declaring Minami cute in a way Minato never will be. Minami flusters, denying it, while Minato's mother keeps going, calling her an angel. Out in the garden, Minami beams. Minato's mom is absolutely her type, beautiful and a florist. Minato pauses, questions whether florist is really a selling point. They both avert their eyes at the same time. The dog becomes a convenient distraction. The camera lingers on the dog's collar, an M charm. Minami squeezes her, gushing. Minato notices. Mahina's M. Minami explains it's an early birthday gift for Minato. He complains that it's his birthday, so why does the dog get one? Minami lifts a matching bracelet. His too. His M. Minato protests. It's for the dog, right? Minami smiles, radiant. 3 meanings, 1 letter. Mahina's M. Minami's M. Minato's cheeks burn red, brain overheating. Minami borrows his phone to attach the charm, chatting about idol merch and copying Kurum's phone strap. Minato listens, nods. Then, you're cuter than her. Silence. Minami turns, confused. Minato realizes what he said. Panic. Full system crash. He backpedals, literally rambling, flailing, trying to reframe reality. Minami calls him out on the awkward moonwalk. Then she bolts, screaming something about copying lines on her palm. Minato chases after her, yelling about useless habits. Too late. 2 days pass. Minami goes completely silent. Minato plays with the dog, muttering to himself. Ghosted. They were supposed to buy reference books together. She won't reply. Not online. Not anywhere. He spirals, getting angry, then worried. Minato dials her number. A stranger answers. Metropolitan Police. First Criminal Investigation Division. The phone's owner is Minami Kosaka. What is your relationship to her, Mr. Shirakawa? Minato freezes. Cut to a sterile room. Minami lies unconscious. Bruises mar her face. Strange restraint marks circle her wrists. The detectives thank Minato. She hadn't been identified. He asks what happened. She was found collapsed in an alley. Left overnight. The explanation continues despite an attempt to soften it. If she'd been found any later, she might have died. Her clothes. The marks. The conclusion is unavoidable. Minato trembles, calls her name. Why? The culprit is likely a hacker. The word hits like a blade. The detective lays it out: phones hacked, young women blackmailed, crimes forced. Some assaults streamed live. Invite only. Dark web. They've never seen the streams, but they've seen the marks. Handcuffs. Wrists. Minami had the same marks. The female detective stops the explanation. Minato's anxiety is palpable. The other detective apologizes, admitting he just needed to vent. Minato looks up. His eyes sharpen. One question. Calm. Dangerous. Where is Minami's phone? Hoping it might reveal what she was doing the night everything happened. The officers acknowledge his sharp thinking, but the policewoman explains that they've already started digital forensics on the device, restoring and analyzing the phone's stored data. Minato calmly explains the basic rule of digital forensics: you always back up the device first to avoid damaging the original data. If he can't access the phone itself, he asks if he could at least view the backup. The request is immediately shut down. The policeman apologizes, but critical investigative evidence can't be handed to a civilian. Minato can only sit there, frustrated and powerless. Just then, his phone rings. His mother has arrived with Minami's parents, and he excuses himself to go meet them. As he leaves, the officers watch him go. Surprisingly, she admits that Shirakawa Minato seems like a responsible kid. The policeman replies, "Yeah, I guess so." Outside, Minato reveals he may not need the police after all. When he hacked the school principal's computer earlier, he secretly took control of the school's entire local network. That means every student using the school Wi-Fi unknowingly gave him access to their phones, including Minami's. If her phone is connected, he should be able to control it remotely. He selects her device, but an error message pops up. Access denied. The device is powered off. Minato clicks his tongue in frustration. If the phone is turned off, even a hacker can't do anything. For once, his skills are completely useless. His mind drifts back to a childhood memory with Minami. They were talking about the legendary hacker known as Perfect Number. Minami had watched a video claiming the hacker once broke into a computer that was turned off, something that sounded completely impossible. Minato passionately defended the legend, insisting it was real. According to him, Perfect Number had even stopped a war with his godlike hacking abilities. He dreamed of meeting the mysterious figure one day and learning from him. Minami laughed at the idea. After all, the hacker had supposedly been dead for 14 years. Minato refused to believe it. Everything about Perfect Number was a mystery anyway. The only confirmed detail was that he was Japanese. As far as Minato was concerned, the legend had to still be alive somewhere. Minami watches him with a teasing smile. "You really love him, huh?" Minato awkwardly apologizes for getting too excited. Then Minami drops a playful idea. 14 years ago was also the year they were born. Maybe, just maybe, Minato is the reincarnation of Perfect Number. The memory fades, leaving Minato gripping his hand in the present. He bitterly rejects the thought. He isn't some legendary hacker. Right now, he can't even help the one person who matters. Meanwhile, inside the hospital, Minami's mother desperately questions the doctor about her daughter's condition. Despite running tests and trying medication, the results show nothing unusual. Her blood pressure is normal, and there's no serious damage to her brain. Yet Minami has been unconscious for an entire week. The doctors can't explain what happened to her that day. Worse, as time passes, the chances of her waking up on her own are slowly decreasing. Minato sits quietly beside Minami's hospital bed, staring at her motionless form. He softly tells her to wake up, asking how long she plans to keep sleeping. His voice grows heavier as he reminds her that his birthday has already passed, something they were supposed to celebrate together. But Minami remains completely still. Meanwhile, at school, rumors about her spread like wildfire. Students casually gossip in the hallway, throwing around cruel assumptions. Some claim she was a sugar baby, others say she was hanging around shady people, or even using drugs. When someone mentions that detectives are back at the school again, the gossip only grows uglier. One boy even jokes that if he'd known about her reputation sooner, he would have tried to get involved with her too. Their laughter stops when they notice someone standing behind them. Minato heard everything. The boy shrugs off Minato's glare, claiming it's just reasonable suspicion. Minato calmly agrees. Then he flips the logic right back at them. If suspicion is all it takes, then maybe it's also reasonable to talk about the boy's own secrets. Like sending obscene messages to girls from fake accounts, pretending to be a college student to drink at hostess bars, or sneaking into love hotels with their married homeroom teacher. Minato adds, if you look at the world through the eyes of scum like that, I bet everything looks twisted. The boy's face twists with rage as he grabs Minato by the collar, demanding to know who he thinks he is. Minato stares back coldly. What's the problem? It's just reasonable suspicion. The insult lands hard. The boy swings first, punching Minato in the face. But Minato reacts instantly, vaulting over him and slamming him to the ground in one swift move. Later, Minato sits alone on the school rooftop, staring into space. The fight didn't make him feel any better. If anything, it just left him wondering what he's even doing anymore. Then his phone suddenly buzzes. A notification appears. Minami Kosaka's smartphone has become active. Minato's eyes widen in shock. Her phone just turned on. Minato immediately realizes what happened. The police must have powered the phone on for analysis. This is his only chance. Before they shut it off again, he quickly connects remotely to check the data. If Minami really was hacked, the log should reveal something, like an unauthorized app launching on its own. And soon enough, he finds something strange. An ordinary-looking app labeled Household Account Book. But the activity logs reveal something disturbing. The app repeatedly accessed Minami's front camera over the past several days, far more often than a budgeting app ever should. That's not normal. Minato digs deeper and confirms his suspicion. The malicious app has been secretly capturing photos and transferring them to an external attacker. The connection routes through overseas servers, hiding the hacker's true location. Whoever did this clearly knows what they're doing. But Minato isn't backing down. No matter how many proxy servers the attacker uses, the final person who opens the stolen files is the real culprit. So Minato sets a trap. He embeds a virus inside a video file and hides it among the stolen data. When the hacker downloads it through the same system they've been using, the virus will expose their real location. As he browses through the stolen files, his expression darkens. There are countless voyeuristic recordings of Minami. His hands pause over the screen. Quietly, he apologizes. "Sorry, Minami." Minato's hand trembles over the cursor. For a moment, he hesitates, but he forces himself to open the files. Images begin loading one after another. Minami walking to school, sitting in class, lying in her room, brushing her teeth. Moments from her everyday life, all secretly captured through her own phone. Then the files become more disturbing. Private moments that should never have been recorded appear in the folder. It's clear the attacker had been spying on her constantly, invading every corner of her life without her knowing. Minato's hands tighten as he scrolls. His jaw clenches, anger burning in his eyes. Whoever did this didn't just hack her phone. They turned her life into something to secretly watch and collect. The realization makes his blood boil. Suddenly, a hand lands on Minato's shoulder. He turns sharply. It's the police officer from earlier. The man casually looks over Minato's shoulder at the screen and chuckles. So that's how hacking works, huh? He admits that even watching from the side, the whole process is way beyond his understanding. But it's still pretty impressive to see. Minato freezes. The officer just caught him in the middle of his investigation. The police officer casually keeps talking while standing behind Minato. He explains that he noticed Minato sitting alone on the school rooftop. Curious, he decided to try something. He powered on Minami's phone just to see what would happen. And the result? Exactly what he expected. Minato's mind races. The officer turned on Minami's phone just to test him. Why? The officer calmly reveals more of what he knows. When he arrived at the school to investigate Minami's case, he found the principal furious. Apparently, 10 days earlier, the principal had been hacked and publicly humiliated in front of the entire student body. The officer looked straight at Minato. "That was you, wasn't it?" The moment Minato hears that, panic kicks in. He quickly grabs his things and runs. Watching him disappear, the officer chuckles to himself. But then his phone rings. The tone of the situation shifts immediately. He answers the call and calmly reports to someone named Kasai. Minato Shirakawa is exactly what they suspected, a hacker. The officer asks for a full background check on him. As Minato runs through the halls, his thoughts spiral. Why is he running? He should be telling the police everything he discovered about Minami. They're supposed to help. But the officer already suspects him for hacking the principal, and just saw him hacking Minami's phone. Would they really believe him if he said he planted a virus only to catch the real culprit? Minato suddenly stops and slams his fist into the wall in frustration. No, telling them now would only make things worse. Just then, Minato's phone buzzes. A notification appears. Remote access established for a device. His eyes widen instantly. The virus worked. He has successfully taken control of the culprit's computer. Minato immediately activates the webcam on the remote PC. The screen lights up, revealing a group of rough-looking men sitting together inside what looks like some shady club. They're casually chatting, acting like nothing is wrong. Minato stares at them through the screen, gripping his phone. "Found you." These are the people responsible for targeting Minami. Following the GPS signal from the hacker's computer, Minato arrives at the location. But when he looks around, the place appears completely abandoned. Confused but cautious, he sits down near an old car and reconnects to the remote webcam feed. Inside the building, the group of thugs is still gathered around their equipment. They talk casually while preparing something. One of them checks the setup. Camera and mic are ready. We can go live anytime. Minato's expression darkens as he watches. There's no doubt anymore. They're inside this building right now. Then one of the men says something that makes the situation even worse. They're about to start with the girls' feed. Roger that. Opening the channel. On the screen, a young woman appears, her wrists cuffed and chained above her head, forcing her arms to hang helplessly in the air. A man hosting the broadcast speaks excitedly to the audience. There's no staging, no editing. Everything happening is completely real. The viewers can make requests live, and the victim will follow them in real time. They call the show All Night Masquerade. Realization hits Minato like a punch to the gut. This isn't just some shady operation. It's a live broadcast of a real victim. Grabbing his computer, he jumps to his feet. A woman is tied up, and the stream is starting right now. He has to save her. And if that detective sees this, the streamer interrupts his thoughts with a twisted announcement. Before the show begins, they have something special to introduce. The host proudly reveals the item they're about to use. A pill called Pearl Mirror. According to him, it's a miracle drug. Once someone takes it, they will obey any order given to them. It acts quickly. And even better for criminals, it supposedly can't be detected in drug tests. Minato's heart drops. The name echoes in his head. Pearl Mirror? His mind flashes back to the doctor's words about Manami. They ran toxicology tests, but nothing appeared. Her blood pressure was normal, and there was no brain trauma. They couldn't explain what happened to her. Now, Minato understands. This drug might be the missing piece. Back in the live stream, the thugs decide to demonstrate the drug's power. One of them grabs the girl by the chin and forces the pill into her mouth. She fights back immediately, spitting it out in desperation. The reaction enrages the leader. Without hesitation, he slaps her hard across the face and shouts at her not to spit it out. The pill costs a fortune, and they're not wasting it. Another thug hands the leader a phone so he can continue addressing the viewers. He laughs casually, telling the audience that her resistance actually makes the show better. The struggle will make the change afterward far more obvious. Determined to make her swallow it, the leader forces a bottle of water into the girl's mouth. She coughs violently and tries to spit it out again, but this time the pill goes down. The leader grins. Now the real show begins. He leans closer to the trembling girl and gives her a command. You are a slave. Her role, he explains, is simple. She must obey every request made by their viewers. Then he orders her to repeat it herself. What is your role? Watching the live stream on his computer, Minato's eyes widen in disbelief. The girl trembles violently, her voice shaky and strained as she struggles to speak. My role is… For a moment it sounds like she's fighting the words. But then the sentence forces its way out. To answer any request from the viewers, the words come out slowly and painfully, as if her mind is resisting while her body obeys. Minato can only stare at the screen. Suddenly, another image flashes in his mind. Manami. He imagines her in the same situation. Helpless, trapped, forced to obey just like the girl on the screen. The thought makes his blood boil. Meanwhile, the streamer continues speaking excitedly to the audience, proudly pointing out the result. As everyone can see, the drug works exactly as promised. Anyone who takes Pearl Mirror becomes a slave. Watching this unfold, Minato's hands begin to shake. His teeth grind together, rage burning in his eyes. Quietly, but with deadly resolve, he mutters to himself, I'll kill them. Then his voice hardens. I'm going to slaughter every last one of them. Minato crouches beside a parked car, glancing through the side mirror. Inside the vehicle, he spots several pieces of filming equipment. There's no doubt about it. This is their car. He lifts his head and studies the building nearby, recalling something he noticed earlier. If someone circles around the back and climbs the second-floor fire escape, it leads directly to the main street. A perfect escape route. Minato reviews the information he gathered about the building. It's equipped with a modern IoT-based building system, meaning many of its functions are connected and controllable digitally. For him, that's an advantage. The live stream has already started. There's no time to sit around waiting for the police to arrive. He has to act now. Inside the building there are 6 hostiles, not counting the victim. If he can lure them out somehow, he'll create an opening to grab the girl and escape through the second-floor fire exit. Running the plan through his head, Minato steels himself. He can do this. Using his laptop and phone, Minato begins hacking into the building's systems. First, he gains root access to the building management system. Then he breaks into the elevator telematics. Within moments, he finishes analyzing the building's structure and control network. Just in case, he even disables the pressure limiters on the sprinkler system, another tool he can use to cause chaos if needed. After linking every command to the interface on his phone, he takes a deep breath. Preparations are complete. Quietly, he mutters to himself that he's about to destroy everything. Standing in front of the building's door, Minato straightens his posture. It's time for judgment. He flips his phone upside down. Immediately, the electronic lock clicks open. Without hesitation, Minato steps inside. Inside the room, the streamer and his crew are still focused on the broadcast. The leader laughs loudly as he explains the product to the viewers. According to him, just one dose of Pearl Mirror turns someone into a complete slave. Someone who will obey any request, no matter how extreme. He claims their show doesn't force people to act against their will, because the drug makes them comply. Then he laughs again, admitting he personally finds forced situations more exciting. The audience chat scrolls quickly across the screen as donations begin coming in. The leader notices the first request and jokes about how eager the viewers are. Suddenly, the sharp clang of metal hitting the floor echoes through the room. The handcuffs drop. The leader continues talking casually to the viewers, joking that the show is supposed to last all night. If they push too hard from the beginning, he says, the girl will be completely exhausted before the event is over. Back inside the room, the leader turns toward the girl and grins at the camera. A request has just come in from the viewers. He orders her to show them her chest. Under the influence of the drug, the girl slowly begins removing her shirt. Her hands move weakly toward her bra. But before she can take it off completely, a loud crash echoes through the building. Everyone freezes. The leader frowns and asks what that noise was. One of the men rushes to the PC and shouts in shock. A car has just slammed straight into the wall outside. The leader's expression instantly changes. It's his car. Confused and furious, he demands to know why it suddenly moved on its own. Then he realizes something is wrong. Someone is trying to escape. Panicking, the leader immediately orders the live stream to be cut for a moment. He tells his men to stop the car at once. All of their recorded video data is stored inside it, and if that data leaks, they're finished. 5 of the men rush out of the building to deal with the car, while one thug stays behind to guard the girl. As they run outside, one of them wonders how the car was even started. Modern vehicles can't just have their locks picked so easily. Another man snaps back that he has no idea. But if the footage gets out, they're all dead. Hidden in a corner nearby, Minato watches through his phone interface. 5 of them went outside. 1 stayed behind. He clicks his tongue. Now he has to decide the next move. He went through the trouble of hacking the car's telematics system, but the ECU only lets him control a few functions remotely. Mainly the accelerator and the gear shifting. Just moving the car back and forth wouldn't be very impressive, but it might be enough. Outside, the car suddenly accelerates toward the group. The thugs shout for it to stop and demand to know who is inside. One of them runs to the side and pounds on the door, yelling again. Suddenly, the car surges forward. The man is thrown to the ground as the vehicle speeds ahead and crashes into the building wall. The thugs stare in disbelief. What the hell is wrong with this driver? Are they being mocked? The car suddenly reverses again, knocking several of the thugs aside. They shout in panic, unsure how they're supposed to deal with a vehicle charging at them like that. Watching everything from his phone, Minato calmly mutters that this should be enough for now. Let's see them try to stop it. The car accelerates again, racing directly toward the leader and 3 of his men. They scream and begin backing away. It's coming straight at them. They shout for it to stop and panic that it's about to ram them. Some of them start running, but the leader shouts angrily for them not to run. Instead, he orders them to block it with their bodies while he reaches into his jacket for something. The leader pulls a gun and fires wildly at the car as it charges toward them. "Stop, you piece of shit," he screams. Inside the building, the remaining thug panics. "Boss," he yells. The security cameras begin failing one by one. The cameras, they're shutting down. What the hell is going on? Confusion and panic ripple through him. Suddenly, Minato appears behind the thugs, wielding a fire extinguisher like a weapon. He swings it with precision. One of the men collapses to the floor. Breathing heavily, Minato turns immediately to the girl. Are you okay? Stay with me. I'm here to save you. We have to get out of here quickly. Can you hear me?" His thoughts race. It's no use. She's completely lost her mind. If he tries to escape via the second-floor fire exit, it will be a struggle to carry her in this state. Minato's eyes widen as he notices something on the floor. I see. She must have spat it out at some point. Pearl Mirror. The same drug that Minami was forced to take. Minato's mind races. If he can secure this, he might finally understand the cause of Minami's cognitive impairment. Suddenly, the girl, still dazed, reaches out and grabs his arm. My role is to answer requests. The horrifying effects of the drug are still very real. Minato now realizes the true stakes of what he's facing. Before Minato can react, the girl crawls over him, still disoriented and partially under the drug's control. "Hold on," he shouts, panic rising in his voice. Her hands fumble at her bra, muttering incoherently. Request, fulfilling. Minato pushes her away sharply. Pull yourself together, he yells. His mind races. There's no time to waste. The other thugs are returning. He needs to recover the pearl mirror and get her out safely. Looking at the ground where the drug had been, he freezes. It's gone. The pearl mirror was right here. The girl crawls toward him again, her voice barely coherent. Adachi, Yagume. Request. Fulfilling. Why even fulfilling? Minato grabs her shoulders firmly, trying to snap her out of it. He shakes her gently, but urgently, hoping to regain some control before it's too late. Meanwhile, outside, the thugs are in complete disarray. Shit, this bastard seriously rammed right into us, one shouts. Boss, you okay? Damn it, I'm fine. Drag him out of the driver's seat, the leader barks. Yes, sir, his subordinate responds, panicking. They pound on the side of the car. Hey, get your ass out here. One of them looks inside and freezes. Huh? It's empty. What the hell is going on? The leader pushes him aside. What the hell is going on? Then, peering into the car himself, he yells, Get back inside. This thing's just a decoy. The realization hits them. The real threat is still out there, and Minato is now fully in control. One of the thugs frantically tries to open the car door. Damn it, not now, huh? Why isn't it working? The boss snaps. What the hell are you doing? It won't open. The passcode matches, but it won't unlock. Damn it, what is happening right now? The thug yells. Inside, Minato holds the girl's shoulders, urgency in his voice. It's a request. Run away with me. Let's get out of here. Anything, you'll fulfill any request, won't you? The girl's eyes widen in panic as she begins screaming. Minato kneels beside her, grabbing her hands gently. Calm down. Just listen to me. If we don't get out of here right now, you're going to die. Seriously. He points toward the emergency exit. We just need to get to the second floor. We can use the fire escape. She continues screaming, but Minato acts quickly. He removes his jacket and drapes it over her shoulders. Slowly, her panic begins to subside. Minato speaks softly but firmly, trying to reach her. My name is Minato Shirakawa. I swear, I'm not going to hurt you. He glances at her trembling hands. I have a childhood friend. Her name is Minami Kosaka. She's unconscious right now. It's been a week, and she still hasn't woken up. He tightens his grip on the girl's arm, trembling. The reason I came here was because I had to know what happened to her that night. And seeing you, I finally understand. She must have been right here, suffering through whatever they did to you. Minato's voice cracks with rage and sorrow. Damn it, why did those bastards have to take Minami? Minato's voice grows stronger, more determined. I'll never forgive them. Shit, I won't let you suffer the same fate. You have to trust me. I swear I will protect you. The girl, tears streaming, trembling, manages to speak. I trust you. We run together. Minato nods, voice steady now. Can you stand? He helps her up, ready to escape together. Outside, the remaining thug pounds on the door in frustration. Shit, why the hell won't it open? He yells. The boss loses patience and fires his gun at the lock. It explodes into pieces. You could have warned me you were gonna shoot, the thug complains. The boss, pointing his gun at him, barks. Get inside. Don't let them leave this place alive. Minato supports the girl as they stumble away from the building. His thoughts weigh heavily. Do I really have to leave the pearl mirror behind? It's the only clue I have to wake Minami up. Despite the urgency, he keeps moving. Let's get out of here, he urges the girl, helping her steady each step. Suddenly, a large screen beside them flickers to life. Minato freezes as the image resolves. It's Minami, his childhood friend, trapped in the past horrors he's been investigating. Voices echo from the screen. Go on, say it yourself. What is your purpose? Minami's trembling voice pleads. Please, let me go home. Minato's jaw tightens. Rage begins to flare. The scene cuts to the boss, forcing Minami to swallow another dose of pearl mirror. You've got some serious guts. All right then, let's try pill number 3, he commands. Minami screams in terror as the boss continues. Come on, open wide. Minato, witnessing this, seethes with fury. His eyes redden at the edges. Minami, he shouts, voice breaking with rage and helplessness.